time we've been here.
Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure. We're here in sunny Thailand. It's a little bit overcast today, but boy is it still hot and we are loving it.
It is. The best time to ride, I think, is the afternoon, but we don't have much of the afternoon because it gets dark really quick, so we have to start.
I don't know about you, 4 or 5 hours on this scooter is enough for me.
Yeah, it is.
I'm ready to get off after that, so that's fine.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a plan of a twisty route today to get us to the start of Mae Hong Song Loop.
Correct, yeah.
That one.
So traditionally that starts from Chiang Mai, but Chiang Mai is a huge city and we try to do our best to avoid that, although it's inevitable. We'll probably visit there at some point, I'm sure. There's a lot there to see. But yeah, we'll probably start the loop from just outside, but tonight's destination puts us at the beginning of that.
Bikes are here ready for us. Bikes, I keep saying bikes, it's scooters. Is it acceptable to call them bikes?
Everybody kept telling me off for calling them mopeds. Apparently mopeds have pedals to get started.
First stop of the day is food. Really nice place, by the way. 500 baht, which is £10.
It was so good there. We stayed for 2 nights and we got some editing done, and we spent a day down in a little village yesterday. Got to sell some dinner and bits and pieces.
I think I'm getting used to my bike, you know, my Yamaha.
I don't know, I'm definitely missing my Africa Twin.
Oh yeah, without a question.
Oh, faithful friend, yeah. But for these small roads at the sort of speeds that you can do here sensibly, these bikes make perfect sense. You really don't need an 1100cc bike here. What's going on here? Barbecue meat on a stick. You know those barbecue meat on a stick things, that they're good. We've stopped and we've tried it a couple of times, but they all seem to make the same thing, exactly the same products. It's a bit odd.
Who is driving that car? Are you joking? Like, can you go any slower than this? So first day driving or something?
Just have a look at this. This is the main street through this small town. You'll see the shops and things and that in a minute. And there is absolutely nobody about at lunchtime. And anybody is about, they're dressed up in balaclavas.
Because it's really hot right now. We don't feel it as much when you're moving.
It is hot, but you would think these people would be used to it. You would think this is just everyday situation for them and you'd be used to it, and that's just what it is.
Strange.
I remember when we first got here, especially near the cities, it was like pass out hot all day. I honestly thought I'm not going to be able to cope here. And I think it's a few degrees cooler when you go up north and get away from the cities, but I definitely think there's a degree of acclimatization to it as well. Well, this is Aang Dang's of Khao Soi restaurant. Eva's been looking up the reviews and reckons it's a good one. I say let's try. I have absolutely no idea what this is.
Are you gonna try?
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. What's on offer?
So what we ordered here is Khao Soi. We went for beef and pork. So hopefully it's not too spicy for Rich. If not, there is a 7-Eleven around the corner.
Yeah. I've had it with 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Those cheese toasties and that warfing really quickly.
So I really like Khao Soi. We had it somewhere else as well, and it's if you can imagine ramen.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Hello. Pork, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That looks really good.
So I'll show you how it looks like. This is Khao Soi pork, and this one's beef. So if you imagine ramen, but with more rich flavoursome broth, that's basically what it is. And this is dried noodles. Maybe not dried, maybe they are deep fried, something like that.
They're crunchy, they're alright.
But hopefully you like it.
What do we eat with?
Well, we have a box of utensils here. Are you just pretending or is it actually alright? Sure?
That's good.
Gosh.
That's not bad at all. What's all this? Onion and that?
So,
That's cabbage, I think, isn't it?
on this little plate, I'm going to show you. So there's a bit of onion, lime, and this cabbagey stuff, it's pickled.
Yeah.
Which you don't like
No,
pickled.
I don't like that, no.
And also, each plate costs 40 baht, which is less than £1. So it is quite cheap. However, don't get your hopes high that all of Thailand is cheap, because we went for meals when they couple hundred and they're no better than this.
Yeah, it really is a lottery, but very often the best places are these small places in small towns. I think as soon as you hit the touristy areas, you'll definitely get fleeced.
Yeah,
But you can't blame them. I would take advantage as well if I lived in an area like that.
probably. So I'm proud to report that Rich ate everything apart from a
banging.
little bit broth left.
Yeah, what that needs is a crusty roll with some anchor butter.
Yeah, of course.
That'll be spot on.
Of course.
Yeah, a bit of grated cheese on the top, obviously.
It's quite good, and I'm looking forward to more of these as we keep going north, as this northern dish.
I'm dying to get some miles down on these bikes now. Change of environment, get some air flowing.
Let's do that.
Now, obviously, these scooters are absolutely everywhere in Thailand, but some of them catch your eye. Have a look at that blue and white one there. To me, it looks a bit like a Honda Cub, but it's actually Kawasaki. I don't know if that's an old one or no, but it looks really cool. I like it. Really retro. What a nice place that was, and as always, really nice, happy, smiley people. There's a Honda shop next door to this cafe. I went in to have a look. I was curious to see how much a new moped costs here. Well, they sell all sorts in there. Wash machines, tumble dryers, and air fryers, and all kinds of random stuff. So we'll save that for a proper bike shop when we come across one. Right, well, I got 2 bars of petrol and we are headed into the twisty unknown. So, first opportunity to grab some fuel, we better spend a few baht and get some more go-go juice. Do you know, I was looking at the scooter just now outside the window, I caught myself, and then I caught myself having an interest in the Honda scooters next door to the restaurant. And you think, I've never looked at scooters with any kind of interest whatsoever before. You know, I would laugh at the fact that I'll be riding it. And yet, I don't know, it's something about being on 2 wheels with an engine that's so infectious. It really doesn't matter which one you have. It doesn't make any difference at all. It's about the journey that you take on it, the amazing memories that it creates. Amazing things, motorbikes of all kinds. Don't see that every day, do you?
Maybe they're going for a pilgrim or something.
We've been following with interest all the new bikes that have been shown to us now around the time of EICMA and stuff, and what's coming up over the next year. And like everybody else, we get really excited about all the new machines that are being shown to us. The new Tenere 700 looks fantastic now. It's got fly-by-wire, so it's got riding modes and bits and pieces. The Suzuki DRZ 400 is looking like that one's going to come out in 2025. If they get that right, a nice mixture of power and lightweight, that's going to sell like hotcakes. But it's interesting, every year a new set of bikes come out and we all get excited about it, and of course we want them all for many different reasons. There's always an excuse to have every bike in your garage, but you don't have to have the latest bike. Cruising along here now at about 70 to 80 kilometers an hour, this thing screaming its heart out. About another 124 kilometers for this little baby to go today, and we're having a great time. You don't need money to go off on these big adventures. Everybody assumes that, you know, people that do this sort of thing are stinking rich. That is really not the case at all. You can do it on a really tight budget. Well, both of our fuel gauges have started flashing, so we pulled over at the side of the road to see where the next fuel station is. But it's not for another 46 minutes that way in the middle of nowhere. So we've got no choice but to turn around and go back to the town we came from, I think, to find some fuel. Which is a bit of a balls up, really. We assumed that we would find a petrol station, I did anyway, on the route. But we're gone as far as we can to find out there is nothing, so back we go. The other thing is that when you look at Google Maps, it will tell you that there is a petrol station nearby. For example, there's supposed to be one a couple kilometers from here, but we haven't seen it along the way. but several times they're marked on the Google Maps that there's a petrol station, and we pass by and there is no petrol station there, or there used to be one and it's closed down. Well, how about that for a stroke of luck?
What did we go, like 2 miles?
Yeah, this is the one that looked shut down on the Google Maps. It even said this place may be closed on the Google Maps. Like I say, very often we've seen lots of these small ones, and yeah, they're usually shut. Oh well, that's alright. That's probably saved us an hour going back to the other place and getting back to where we were.
Close it. I'll move your scooter, she says. $310. Thank you.
English.
Then Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. No, this side. No, we come. Yeah, that way. Thank you. It's so nice, but I don't understand.
Yeah, people will keep talking to you despite the fact it's very clear neither one of you has any idea what the other one's saying. But do you know what? As long as they're talking to you with a big smile on the face, everybody just looks so happy. It's great. See what this little puppy's got in the twisties. I'm pretty much full throttle the entire time on this little bike, which still provides its own little bit of fun, if I'm honest. Even on a massive 8 horsepowers, we're still being held up by the mighty Toyota Hilots. Might be a tough truck, but it's not a very fast one. You have got to watch these twisties though. The Thai cars will come round on the wrong side of the road, so you don't want to get too close to the middle. But who would have thought, even with only 8 horsepowers, you'd still be getting held up on the twisties by cars. The Thai drivers in the car knew they were holding us up there and moved over to let me by. Hopefully either will come through in the same manner very soon. I said I was looking for a different environment this morning, and this road is providing. Careful, pay attention. Oh no, don't want to hit them in the corner.
It's so easy to get carried away in those corners on this scooters, but I've got about 0 experience riding those, especially in the corners like that in the mountains, so I better take it easy.
Yeah, got to remember we got Smarties for wheels. Still a lot of fun though. Woo. It would definitely be very easy to overcook it, even on a little small bike like this.
Yeah, this is not an Africa Twin, you need to remember that. To be honest, Vogue DSX 900 that we had for about 2 weeks, that was really nice in the corners. I like that one.
That was a fantastic bike. I was most impressed by the suspension on that one. In fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday who's just bought his, and unfortunately the luggage is now on back order, and I suspect very soon there's going to be a very long waiting list on that bike. That's going to be a very popular one for sure at that price. I'd be very tempted myself, if I'm honest. Yeah, oh, roadworks here, look, is it? Electric things have come down. Probably pole collapsed under the weight of all them wires. There's a whole new world of hazards riding in Thailand. Loads of new mistakes to make. Combination of rubbish brakes and small wheels makes the slightest mistake very unforgiving. Oh, you overcooked it on your inside. I'm gone. So we've caught up with this lorry on this twisty road, but the lorry is taking up the entire road as it goes around the corner, and it's a perfect example of why you have to watch yourself on these twisty roads. So I'll come over here. If you're coming around this corner oncoming, see how much that trailer's going over. You've only got that tiny little bit of space to squeeze through. I mean, the driver is being very cautious. He's clearly very skilled on these roads, but that doesn't help if you come flying around the corner and bump into him. Yeah, the race is on now. I bet he passes you in no time. I bet he'll do me and all if he's local. Yeah, he's done you already. Alright, the game's on.
I think he's traveling. He's got a Turotech bag or something of that sort. He's got a top box. He's wearing gear but sandals.
Yeah, he's got a much better scooter than me as well. He'll get me on the hills. Yeah, he's done me. He's got a Forza 350, that one. That sounds alright. Yeah, no way I can keep up with him, I don't think. I've got a fun game on now, I have. Got somebody to chase. Every time he opens his throttle on a straight line, I get left behind. I'm trying to keep him on the corners though. Come on, little Honda. Use them 8 horses. Road's opened up, it's leaving me behind.
Well, we just turned around because we passed by this coffee. Well, I need a drink anyway. So, this looks quite good. Homecoming Coffee Cafe. I can't even read, I'm that thirsty.
Look at this place, over the bridge, built on stilts. Oh, please take off your shoes. Hello. Hello. Hi.
So there is a culture here about not having your shoes indoors. When possible, we do respect that. However, if you're only having a 2-minute stop, this
a 10-minute job for Eva.
outside, it's overwhelmingly too much. So
we decided to stand outside and have our coffee.
Yeah. Also, I do believe that my feet straight out the boot are definitely more dirty than the underneath of my shoe. That's just my logic.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I don't know really, we need to do some research about it, where this custom comes from, how it originated, and why is it, because I do think there are some people in this world whose I rather not see their feet on my floor in my house. You see what I mean? It's like, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's in Poland and Eastern Europe. Everyone will ask you to take the shoes off if you come into the house.
I'm pretty sure it's just about bringing the outside dirt into the house, and obviously nobody wants that. But overall, this place, Thailand as a whole, I mean, seems to be a very clean sort of place. Everybody's out sweeping the paths and, you know, keeping around their homes nice, and it's really nice. But this area that we've stopped in here is absolutely beautiful. I've got to show you what's going on behind this calf. and have a damn good coffee. That'll fire us along for the next hour or so, no doubt. What a beautiful place here, even in the middle of nowhere. Just, you can't help but stand in awe and just look for 10 minutes, you know, and take it in. So many times we were told in the comments, head north, that's where all the amazing roads are. Oh wow, you people do not lie. Watch out, doggo. These roads today have just been fantastic. Thailand has upped its game today. The riding has been amazing. The views are getting more and more spectacular. And the temperature now is just about perfect for riding. What's even more surprising though is the condition of the roads. That honestly, we reckon that these roads are in better condition than the roads in the UK, and you would never think that. You would think if we were coming out to a country like Thailand that, you know, perhaps it's a poorer country and things, and you know the roads would be in a bad state, but that's definitely not the case on the whole. Chickens on the corner.
Honestly, these roads are no worse than Spain, Portugal, none of it. Of course, there is Switzerland, it's in own class, but this is just perfect as most of the roads are in Europe.
Why the fuck am I doing this? There he is. Is he? Oh, I don't know if it's alive or dead. It's definitely there though. He doesn't look very dead. I don't know how close I should get to it. There's a snake here just off this white line. I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Can you see him? There we go, boys and girls. Yeah, I've been warned. I don't know if that's alive or dead, to be honest. I'm not getting any closer to find out. He's not a very big snake though. He's not very scary because he's not moving. I don't know if they just sit still and take up the heat off the road. I don't know. Don't know much about them, except I don't like them much. Take a look at that. Isn't that stunning? About 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sun starts going down, and it's just beautiful every single evening.
Today must be one of the better days of riding we've done, so hopefully the further north we go, it's just this trend gonna continue of better roads. For the hotel, we didn't book anything. We didn't look at booking or anything like that because there wasn't much coming up on booking once I put this town, as we knew this is the sort of as far as we want to get. So what you do, you just zoom in on the map. Oh yeah, here it is, hip home. Hip home, it's just like hip replacement, or I don't know, hopefully it's good. So we're gonna have a look if there is any free rooms.
Well, the ladies are showing us to our accommodation, which is old and basic, to be fair. We can see through the wooden doors, but luckily it's got a bug net on, so it'll be all right. But yeah, you know, it's interesting that, you know, look at last night's accommodation, for example, for the same sort of money. In fact, last night's was 100 baht cheaper and was so much better. But it is what it is, and it's only one night. We can make do. Anyway, we have things that are much more pressing right now. We've only eaten once this morning, so we're going to look for a restaurant. But that looks equally as disappointing as the accommodation, to be fair.
That's, again, the thing is that we're only relying on things that are on Google, and I suspect that not everything in this country has made it to Google Maps yet. Yeah. So there could be things that are an absolute gem, but we wouldn't know if you're not local. The
other thing about Thailand is that they have really strong defamation laws, which means that if you go to a restaurant and it is really bad, you will get sued if you leave a bad review. So yeah, everywhere is lovely.
Yeah, I think that there is a bit of that as well. So I don't know.
Anyway, we're going to we're told there's a market around the corner. So worst case scenario, there's some shit on the stick merchants. Best case scenario is a really nice restaurant. We have no idea what we're going to find, but we're going to go find it. The thing about a lot of these places that we go to, and it's the same with like you know, restaurants and things at the side of the main roads, is that they could look so much better with a lick of paint and a, you know, a bit of a tidy up.
We just had a long, disappointing walk around the food market, which was not something we would eat at all. But we found this place not far from it, short walk by the road, and 7-Eleven that make a lot of different foods. So Rich went for pork barbecue noodles.
Pork barbecue egg noodles, apparently. Yeah.
I believe in you. But it looks pretty good, you know.
The thing about these places is that once it's in the bowl, it does look good. But, you know, where you see where it's being made and the lack of any kind of health and safety or cleanliness or hand washing or wiping the top down or anything, it does kind of put you off a little bit. But you just got to ignore it and eat it.
There's 7-Eleven behind you.
Yeah, I'm counting on it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not enthusiastic.
Go on. Spicy?
No. Oddly, that meat is lukewarm and chewy, like it's got something around the outside of it.
I think it's alright.
You just have to have faith that everybody else is eating it. I picked the stand where there was the most people sat outside, to be honest. That's what I based my choice on. And, you know, clearly the locals eat here and everybody's fine. But they're probably used to it and don't get ill all the time like us.
I think like everybody in that life right now needs some rich impressions eating foreign food I've never seen before.
I have no idea what this is.
You eaten it so
Random
carefully.
things in a bowl. No clue what it is. Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
And here is my shrimp pad thai, apparently. I can't see any shrimps.
Yours looks better than mine. That looks a lot more appetizing than mine.
Okay, let's check if mine tastes better than yours as well. I think she didn't understand me. And I think there's no fish. I think it's only egg pad thai. I don't really want to eat those bamboo, not bamboo, they're like sprouts.
It's onion of some sort, isn't it? Look at this food wimp, come on.
I don't want them. There was a lot of pointing when I was ordering, and I think... Try it, Reg.
That stuff we had this morning was much better. It had a lot more flavour to it. These are
That was Khao Soi.
fine, but yeah, a little bland. Mine's like noodles with a really watery soup, a few bits of onions and stuff in it. But what do you want? How much does this cost? I bet it costs pennies.
So we just went to pay, and altogether it was 90 baht, which translates into about £2.10.
I honestly, every time we look at this, it doesn't matter which restaurant we go to, I can't understand how they're managing to staff these things, pay for the electric, cook it, get it transported it, and still make a profit and make a living off that.
Can you imagine being a Thai national flying to London for a week's holiday?
Yeah, right.
It must feel like an absolute rip-off everywhere you go.
We feel inclined to tip and give more money every time because we feel
'cause-
bad. Eva mentioned a good point earlier. So we were watching these people working in the fields. I don't know what they're doing.
I think they're
veggies or
collecting
something.
like hay
wheat.
and weeds, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we wondered how much does somebody like that get paid per day?
On
Because that
average.
was, they're in the sunshine, that looked like proper hard manual graft.
Yeah. Is it 100 baht a day situation? I don't know. No idea.
Yeah. But yeah, these guys work hard for their money. And they're also amazingly happy as well.
Do you think being in Thailand long enough will turn you into a happy man?
Look, I ate the noodles and stuff in the bowl, and that's fine. We look past the hygiene stuff and that.
Do
We
you
just
not-
eat it, and it didn't taste that bad. If that was served to you in a nice looking restaurant, you wouldn't wouldn't moan about it.
Do you know what? I'm proud of you that you're trying new things and you're actually pushing your limits a little bit, because just 2 weeks ago you would have not eaten here at all.
Yeah, acclimatising, but more to the point, I'm bloody starving, and now I've had that noodles, I'm still bloody starving. Right?
Yeah. So it seems like the portions are very fit and healthy, so we might look for some snacks in 7-Eleven, aren't we?
But we even noticed this at 7-Eleven, if you can find a bar of chocolate that you know, for example, like a dairy milk or something, like in the UK you get a Galaxy bar, right, and it's this big, and it says, or Maltesers in a bag this big, and it says it's a share bag or a share bar. We all know you're not fucking sharing that, right? It's not happening. Here, that just doesn't exist. Everything is half the size of the smallest portion at home, and even if you have a cake or something, it tastes healthy. It doesn't taste of sugar.
I suppose they have better rules and regulations when it comes to what chemicals can be added into sweets and food. So.
But clearly, the effect can be seen, because you don't see overweight people here, really.
Not
They're
many,
very few and far between. So yeah, you need to eat a lot of these bowls of noodles to get the
they're clearly doing something better than we do in Europe anyway.
They're much healthier, much happier. Hey, I just stood up from my little plastic stool here, twatted my head on the top of this gazebo. They don't even put them up to the full height here.
Why bother, huh? Why?
Have a look at this beauty waiting outside 7-Eleven. We don't see very many of these here. I think that is a Ninja 250. It looks beautiful. Thank you.
And I've got a sandwich and I've got like a
bag full of
sweet
drinks and
bun
goodies
or something.
I think we got a few different things, so we'll show you when we get back to the room what we bought. Other than cheese toasty, that ain't going to make it that far.
No.
Well, we got a quick haul from 7-Eleven.
Well, must be hardly water for me. Just sparkling water, really.
Is that leaking?
Not yet.
Some apple candy tea. I tell you, the drinks in these places here is really, really
so
good.
Interesting. I think we get most of the calories from the drinks.
We probably do. We try a different one every night. Yeah. Some sort of salty breadsticks.
Yeah.
Crisp, I guess. Some boiled eggs in the fridge. They're not a bad one to find, to be fair.
Yeah, and
at least it's real food.
You can pick whether you want hard-boiled egg or soft-boiled egg. It's pretty good.
And some chocolate croissant thing.
Double, triple chocolate croissant for you, special.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap in these 7-Elevens, but yeah, it is hard to find real food. Oddly, you can buy a banana in a 7-Eleven, but it comes in a plastic packet, one single banana.
It is what it is.
Bit odd, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to get our heads down now, and yeah, join us again tomorrow. We're very close now to the Mae Hong Song Loop, so we may well start that tomorrow.
Well, we are starting that tomorrow, that's for sure.
There we go.
All
See you
right.
in the next one.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.